Heyo, we're back.
Yo, I love it. It feels good to be in a season 2 situation right now. Like, it feels really, really good. It feels really, really good. Y'all know who this is. It's me and Gonzalez, co-host. I'm here with Courtney. Courtney Phillips.
Yeah, Courtney Phillips here. Season 2, we actually have a guest coming in, so that's special.
Yeah. We don't give this person an opportunity to speak. They feel like they have been spoken about for the past few episodes, so they get to come on here and clear the air for themselves. But before that happens, y'all know what we do. I know y'all know y'all want to know what we've been doing. What do y'all? Y'all just be listening. Do y'all even really want to know? Because I just be here just venting every single week, just releasing and letting it all out. So it's like low-key, like group running therapy for me. So
we're going to talk through it. We're going to talk through it. What? Give me some highlights of your week. Let's start there.
Some highlights of my week. Karen went out of town last weekend for Sasha's wedding. Karen and Kiera went together. Sasha, what's up? Her maiden name is Gee. Her new name is, Sasha, I don't know your new married name. What's your husband's name? You know who Sasha is, though.
Yes.
She got married this week and she live streamed it, so I watched it. Her pastor or the person who officiated the whole joint, he had bars. He had some bars. I really appreciate him. I really enjoyed him and whatnot. It was really good. Yeah, they got married down in Duke. So she left, first of all. She was mad fine the entire time. She was mad. I'm like, what the hell was that?
You better say that about your boo.
She was mad fine the entire time, serving up the looks, and I'm at home just screenshotting niggas' stories and shit. Like, let me say that picture of her real quick. Let me say that picture. And so we also realized that we might still be slightly in a honeymoon phase because that 4 days was stressful.
Oh, definitely still in the honeymoon phase. But, I love to observe it. I love to see you, work through the phases together. You're a cute couple.
We were stressed out. So I picked up on Tuesday and then spent the whole day with her on Tuesday. It was amazing. And then this 8-week class that I'm in, shouts out to the WBDC, the Women's Business Department Center. I'm in this class called, why is mine? Mac talk about, your disc is almost full. Like, nigga, what's the iCloud for? Like, what are you talking about? I'm going to have to look at that later. Like somebody spamming me right now. Okay, my bad. Sidetrack. But so like I'm in the Scale Up program, and it's like a 9-week program for businesses to just go over the fundamentals of marketing, creating like procedures and stuff like that, business organizational skills, creating customer profiles, creating like, your elevator pitch for your business and stuff like that. And just kind of like going down. It's like a 9 weeks. So we in it. Is it 9 weeks? I think it might be 6 weeks. No, it's 8 weeks. It's 8 weeks because it ends at the end of April. And so, I forgot about that class. So I had to take that class on Wednesday. So that class like takes up a good portion of my day. So since I was like not in the city, I got to stay out there an extra day with my boo. So I got like 2 extra days to make up 4 extra days. It was amazing. It was awesome. We had a good time. I did no running. I did not run a mile this week.
I mean, you ran the Shamrock. I mean, are you running the half?
Oh, no, I'm not running the Chicago half. I'm trying to do the Lifetime half, but I want to do like a 8-minute pace. So I need to be out here like running because where I am, it's like nowhere near that. So I need to be out here like staying true to my training and running, but I have been really, really consistent with strength training, which is weird because I need to be able to do both.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, it looks like Aaron is here, and I don't really have a whole lot of highlights, so I feel like we can just get into it. What do you think?
Let's pull him in. I'm gonna try not to blow my nose while I'm on this podcast. Your boy August got me sick.
Oh no! I'm glad we don't record in person.
My bad. 1 second.
I'm glad we don't record in person. Aaron, we're actually recording right now, and so we're gonna. I mean, first of all, Ian, why don't you give a little intro while Aaron gets like settled?
For me to introduce Aaron?
No, I'm just saying, like, you two started 7onSundays together. You're both from Chicago. Like, I want to know, like, how...
I'll be forgetting. Every time you say stuff like that, I'll be like, oh, yeah, Courtney, I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't try to pretend like I am.
Here, like, I appreciate that.
Because I try to give it respect. I try to give... Yeah, I try to give the city some respect.
But yeah, no, for those who don't know, this is Aaron, one of the co-founders of 7onSundays Run Club. Me, him, and Craig founded the Run Club in a basement of Nike Run in Bucktown store. And this guy has been one of the main drivers to the success of our running club today, man. Like, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to manage 7onSundays without him. So this is my partner right here. And his haircut's always better than mine. So
what's up, Aaron?
Hey, what's up?
I've been low-key asking for his barber for like 3 years. And he just be like laughing. He'd be like, yeah,
Oh yeah, you can't give up the plug.
It's like you'll never have it, Aaron, what you doing? What you been up to? I see how you wanted to just pop on the podcast real quick, right? He said in the mood in his place. You got some purple lighting. I see. Oh, you got is that the E-lights? What are they called? Where you can like change it to anything?
Yeah, I'm just experiencing a lot of technical difficulties with my lighting right now. I'm sorry, I got on here really ghetto.
You look good to me. Maybe just turn your phone to the sideways, so you're long way.
I'm gonna just do the phone. I was trying to like figure out how to move this link to my computer, and there wasn't.
Hey, when it's good on YouTube,
I feel like all the older,
right? He just flipping, flopping, going from blue light to purple light. You look good. You look good.
Appreciate it.
But, so I wouldn't say I feel like, we gave you some props in our last episode. And so when Ian was like, Aaron's going to come through today, I was like, okay. And then I saw your post on Instagram. I said, okay, energy needs to be expressed. So the floor is yours.
Yeah, champ. Go ahead, champ. You got
tell us about your training experience and how it led you to Shamrock.
So it's a lot of different layers to that. As far as the Instagram goes, I'll just start with that. I've been listening for a while, but for the most part, I'm quiet. And Ian been talking bad shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything, but it was like, hey, after 5 episodes of talking shit, he had to accept it. So that was the feeling through the whole thing, through the race. Like I knew what would happen and everything like that, but that
you would whoop him. You knew. I feel like Ian knew that.
I feel like he should have, and it's not like, and I don't mean it in like a cocky way. I have a really extensive running background. Not to say like I'm an elite or anything like that, but sometimes it gets swept under the rug. And when I'm confident, I am confident. And that's just all it was. It wasn't like, it wasn't an opportunity to like poke at him or anything like that. And over the last few years, I've been going through a lot in my running journey. But the last year and a half has kind of been clicking, and it was kind of like, I know what's going on. And it was a conversation that didn't need to end in I guess men just get cocky sometimes, and we go back and forth. And it didn't have to be like that for neither one of us. We were just talking a lot of trash. But yeah.
But he came into his own, found his groove, and was training hard and was getting down. And it was amazing to see the performance at the Shamrock Shuffle.
But you said
it wasn't as innocent as he's portraying it though. Like he was talking to hella. He was talking. His shit talking is what started it.
but I'm private with it. I'm private with it. I tend to be private with those things.
His shit talking is what started it. But I mean, he won. He ate me up. It was ugly. It was really hard. It was a really hard run for me. It was bad. I was out there hurting. And he was out there cruising. Like I said, by the time that after we started, the next time I saw him, he was cheering with his jacket on. Like
he told you what it was before it started.
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. So, what did you do to prepare? Like how long was your training process for Shamrock? Did you just do? Break it down. 'Cause I feel like you trained a little bit longer, just the normal 8 weeks to get down to your time.
But you also said that you're like, I just want to know about, you said you have a thorough running history too. So, I mean, at some point I need to hear those details because I didn't know. I've not been aware.
Well, let's start there.
Okay. So I ran varsity track and field in high school. I got a couple colleges. My track background kind of dwindled after my junior year, but it was due to a lot of circumstances, not necessarily my performance. But I performed at a more normal than like not just an amateur level at some point in my life. And I'm not there anymore, but that person's still inside somewhere. Yeah.
Well, what distance was you running in high school?
So in high school, I ran the 2 mile, the 1 mile, 800 was probably like my specialty, but I also did some cross country. And I'll just be honest with you, high school kids are fast. And I'm a part of this running community right now, and we have similar times, and they just don't honestly chalk up to like really fast kids in high school. Yeah. They're really fast. I wasn't necessarily in some events. I was okay in some events, but some of those times that are middle of the pack are not the same for us new runners to the road scene. Like those kids are 5-minute miles are like brushed off. Sub 5 is brushed off in high school. So I just been in those spaces, and my confidence has been broken too. Trying to go at those levels.
Yeah. What was a really proud moment for you during your high school career?
Overall, it was a proud moment. Just like I didn't start till my junior year, and I saw a lot of progress. And just the team camaraderie is the same like kind of energy I try to bring to 7onSundays. So I'm just proud of the relationships I built, and just the dedication and hard work that it took, and just celebrating even if you're not the fastest, celebrating your competition with yourself has been like the biggest thing for me and that I loved in my high school career.
Mm-hmm. Were you able? How were you able to? You said you didn't run in college.
No, I practiced with a team when I stayed here for my first year, like the first semester, but it never turned into me like competing on the collegiate level.
Right. So after you left the track cross country world, at what point did you start road running?
Just dabbling in NRC and kind of still having that itch of just like unfinished business. I don't feel like I really got to live out my very short career. And I was on the outside, like looking in at what NRC was when you meet up at these places. And there was actually some confidence there seeing like these older groups of people. And I'm seeing that I'm probably a little bit more advanced than those people at that time. But just not being as dedicated to it. So I kind of just was watching the scene from afar until 7 on Sundays.
And for those who don't know, when did 7 on Sundays start?
7 on Sundays started, I want to say about 2018, when after a few months of me, Craig, and Ian working together at Nike Run in Bucktown, I came there and we quickly formed a bond just off being the three Black guys. And
that's my supervisor.
and that turned into us just talking about what we want running to look like past Nike Run Club, since it was no longer in existence.
Right. It was like Nike Run Club was non-existent all of a sudden. And that's when the Chicago Run Club scene really started to boom.
Yeah. I mean, there was already some pretty established run clubs prior to, like, 312 and whatnot. But I feel like once Nike also pivoted from the NRC and started pivoting towards their own races, and I think that is what really, for me, I don't know, but for me, going to those things where I got to see that there was a running community in the city and things like that, Nike was doing like some crazy stuff. Like they like had us like running up and down. Like we would start at the top of this like 4-level parking garage downtown, run down 3 levels and then turn around and run back up. Like they was just doing crazy stuff like that. And it was like, it was crazy. It was fun to see so many people from all over the city come and participate in that. And between that and I know like working at Nike Running Bucktown, seeing so much of that Chicago running community coming into the store. I mean, you can speak to it a little bit more, Aaron, but like we just really felt like it was important to kind of copy and paste that in our neighborhood,
Yeah. That's how we kind of came together. We all have different running backgrounds, and we all have slightly different missions, but the mission is super collective on seeing running the way we want to see it in our space on the South Side, right, with Black and brown faces.
Right. So, but Aaron, so with all of that, you did run a couple races. Like, I know it's not Shamrock. I know Shamrock is a sanctioned race, but like you ran, what is it? The heartbreak one was Art of Speed, right?
Yeah.
So that like, what was is that the first race or like race you've participated in, or have you like non-sanctioned included? What is the first race you've participated in?
I did one of the Nike unsanctioned races. The difference is I feel like Shamrock was just a really big field. And I don't have any like really big field experience, but Shamrock is no different than a high school cross country meet. You're still running on road or whatever. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Go ahead.
Just getting used to like 16,000 people, I think, versus 30 kids is a little bit different.
So when did you start your training?
I actually started my training for the 8K. I want to say January, like top of January.
Okay.
Kind of just been running, having fun, and just putting more structure to my runs. I don't really necessarily I've been listening, like, I don't necessarily say like, oh, he's been training for a year. I didn't really call it training. I just really was building more structure into my runs. Finally realizing what's working again, and trying to get back to just competing. I think we even had a conversation. We've met up before, and I was like, hey, I'm just going to have fun in 2021. So I'm going to just have fun and then put the pedal back to the metal. And I promised myself in 2022 I would start racing again. So that's really kind of what it was.
Yeah. I remember in some of our conversations, you talked about what would be kind of like finding your voice and whatnot, not necessarily your voice, but using it as like a metaphor for, finding, I guess, your legs and running and whatnot. And I'm curious to know, like, how did your history with running in track in high school, how did that translate when you was ready to really build some kind of structure and get into the rigmarole of training for these races?
Honestly, a lot of it is it's the same. The biggest thing I was missing when I first tried to attack road running was just the basics and just like not taking any shortcuts. And once I like built structure again, it's like, hey, this is the plan. The only difference is I don't have a coach blowing a whistle right next to me now.
So what are these basics? What's the structure? I need to know. Like, what do you mean? Workouts, actually running, warm-up drills, stretching, like all those things are even more important when you are 25 plus, 29 plus. I'm a 29-year-old now. I was 17 then, and probably cutting out and stretching and things like that. But I still had structure because there was a coach for me. And when I got back into running, I thought I could do the same thing. And it just was not the case. I got old bones, I got old muscles. And the biggest thing was just the same thing, probably more mileage because it's not a 5K anymore. It's half marathons, 26 miles. But it's just all the work is the same. You just got to do it. Running is a basic sport. It's just, I feel like faster walking motion. You apply the same load, just different mileage.
Yeah, and I recall like even prior what was this? What would he in 2022, right? 2021, maybe 2020, 2021. Like you had some injuries and stuff like that was bothering you and whatnot. How did you overcome that? And then, how those injuries still bothering you now?
Not as much. Again, a lot of it was stop cheating the system. I listened to all the other runners that might be experiencing the same thing, just doing a little bit more Google research. I've probably been on WebMD a little too much. But strength training was the biggest thing, I would say, or the biggest hurdle for taking on this mileage in a totally different body. A lot of single leg strength I stole from Kayla Jeter. And anybody else that I be watching. I'm a watcher. And I try to apply the same thing. Yeah, shout out to Kayla Jeter.
Yeah. That single leg strength training is where it's at. And oh my God, it makes such a big difference from preventing and healing from injuries. I feel like, you go through these things and you heal and you got to re-strengthen those muscles to prevent those similar injuries from coming back and whatnot. And so right now you feel like you're in a stronger body and you can really handle the stress and the pressure that you putting on your body with training. Cause I mean, even like you're starting to post your training runs and shit now. So we actually get to see your paces and they looking nice. So it's like, you feel like your body is strong enough to be able to keep up with what you're doing now.
Yeah, I think like I just got this feeling that like speed never goes away. It's just more so building like the anaerobic capacity. And you gotta, like me and you, like over 200 pounds at plenty of times. You gotta apply some strength to like be able to sustain that. Like, yeah, you can probably run at this pace for a day, but you got to build enough strength to where you can build that so you can run those paces more consistently without your body just falling apart.
Yeah, shout out to my big body runners. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
We putting on for him, honestly.
You feel me? You got to lift them weights, man, so you can move that big body around, you know, big boys.
Call them BBRs.
Yeah.
Big body runners.
We owning it, to be honest. We owning it.
You know?
All the way through, you know, coming out here.
All shapes and sizes.
Yeah, there will be no body shaming in this Southside running community.
Ever.
Yeah, we're doing crops. Man, some male 7 on Sunday crops.
I'm here for it. Are you gonna wear the half tights as well?
You already
got
know.
You got to. As soon as I get one ab, it's crop season all season.
I feel like Simeon really set the tone with the cutoff shirt and the crop top and the tights.
Yeah, when he was doing the single speed project joint on the bridge, he was getting down.
I was like, that's a look.
Yes. Yes, word to Simeon, one of the 7 on Sundays crew members. I love it. I love it. But so so pull up. What was your morning routine for race day for Shamrock?
Hydration. So drinking a lot of water. I made sure I use the bathroom because I go to the bathroom, don't work out a lot.
Got to.
Hold on. I don't know what it is, but like the last 2 months, I've been stressed out about our 7 on Sunday routes because like I know I need to stop off doing our runs. It's been crazy the last, and I mean, the last 2 months, like this has not happened to me over the last 4.5 years of running. The last 2 months.
So that love, it's Karen. It's you and Karen. Something, y'all doing something, eating too well, you know what I'm saying? Enjoying the couple's life.
I don't know, man. If it's her, man, this might not work out because this having to go to the bathroom.
Feeding you well.
My runs is stressing me out.
She made you that oatmeal. Remember the steel cut oats? That's what it is.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Love giving me the runs.
You said last 2 months. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
You're right. I've been pulling off. She don't even be waiting for me neither. She just be like, she texts me like 4 miles later, like, you straight? You good? You good.
Do you eat, Aaron, before races, or is it just hydration?
Yeah, I've been trying new like carb loading. I had a bagel with peanut butter.
Just on Shamrock's morning?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I've been doing for any long runs, any run now. Bagel with peanut butter. If it's early, that's all I'm eating, and I'm getting out the door.
Word. Okay, bam. We out the door. We headed to the race. We in the corral. You know what I'm saying? Buzzer starts. You take off. What was that first mile like?
Honestly, the first mile was really frustrating. I think it was around like 8-minute pace. I had wanted to set a 7-minute tone like in the beginning, but we started out just in a crowd, and I think I spent a lot of time like overrunning by like ducking, trying to get out of the people. In the beginning, I was like, I'll just wait for it, and then I just kind of got frustrated and just said, let's go.
Word. And that Shamrock, have you ran Shamrock, Courtney?
Well, no. Last year I just dressed up in that green onesie.
You did we did the joint. Yeah, for the heartbreak joint.
The paint is still there on the ground.
It is. I don't know who did that.
I don't
either. Out to the city. I don't know who did that. That's wild. That's crazy. But the Shamrock, and I thought it'd be better because we was in Corral B. And I actually, now that I think about it, I hit my goal. I just didn't realize your goal was going to be your
Right, your goal is not going to be Aaron. What?
Right. Yeah, my goal.
Just going out blind, like this will do it.
No, I remember the moment where my mind started to work. Because at first, I wasn't stressed out. I was like, shit, it'll be all right. I figured it out. But I remember the moment my mind was like, nah, nigga, it might not be all right. We was at this cafe over on 71st Street after 7 on Sundays. And everybody was just casually talking. He was like, yeah, I'm looking to do like a 6:15, like a 6:30. I remember exactly what you said. And at that moment, I was like, oh, fuck, I just been talking shit. And this nigga talking about, I ain't never ran under no 6:30 for no prolonged period of time. Like, that's crazy. So that's when I started to realize that there was a chance that I might not win. And then it was real. It was real come mile 2 for me. It was real because he was just slowly pulling away. My shoe came untied and I didn't want to stop to untie it. And it's not an excuse because I wasn't going to catch his ass. Like, he was gone from the jump and stuff like that. But I didn't want to lose him completely. So I didn't want to stop and stuff like that. And so because I was about to run out of my shoe, I stopped, tied my shoe. And then the rest of that run was way faster than the pace that I should have been running for that distance. I want to say I was running like maybe 7:45, maybe 7:30. I don't really know. Because the Garmin, was you having Garmin issues, Aaron?
I think it was honestly again mostly due to me overrunning. I was just checking time and the course, to be honest. I was like, hey, I should be at this point in the course when this much time elapsed.
I like that. I should have did that because I was like looking at my pace. My pace was fluctuating and stuff like that. It was like I know I was running fast. That joint would be like, oh, you running 11 minutes. Oh, not right now. You running 6:21. I'm like, nigga, I haven't changed the pace. It's only a second as fast.
So, I feel like other than Ian, Aaron, you had to have been looking at somebody else because you knew Ian was not training the way that you were training. You knew it wasn't really actually a competition.
Yeah.
No shade, Ian. You know I love you, but like, I feel like Aaron already went into it just talking shit, but knowing what he was about to do. So, like, who were you ghost racing?
I'm really still ghost racing myself, like my former self. I'm not there. But when I go to like our little workouts, like I'm just trying to chase the people that are with me. We got a new guy, Kyle. I did a lot of workouts with him. Mm-hmm. We have a pretty similar build. He's like 6'4", around the same weight too. And he's just I won't say a little bit faster than me, but he's faster than me. So it's like I'm just chasing anybody that's faster than me.
Same stature. Because that's a fair race.
I model a lot of things off of them. Mm-hmm. But also, again, like he just so happens to be a good runner too. Some people with the same stature don't move as quickly. So it's mainly just, do we have similar speed? Can I chase you? Mm-hmm. I'm not there yet, but yeah.
So you finished the race. Did you hit your goal?
No, hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We gotta back it up. We had mile 2.
Okay, right.
At mile 2?
Ian's still back at mile 2, realizing that it's over.
This is like you said, this is the beginnings. I've been refraining from asking him these questions because I just really wanted to get an in-depth understanding of what your experience was doing your first like true road running race. So where we at mile 2? How was you feeling? Was you feeling overworked? You know, was there any strategies to help get back into your zone? Like I say, mile 1 was kind of crazy. You bobbing and weaving, you going through people. Did it get better in mile 2? Like, could break mile 2 down for us.
Yeah, mile 2 was less people, still a little bit of playing catch up. But I was just also telling myself, like, you don't want to burn out trying to, like, drop back that time. And honestly, like, time goal was very important, but the most important thing was just to put enough time up on you. I didn't know where you would be. I didn't know where you would be, but I wanted a very exceptional lead towards the end. I wanted to be relaxed to see you cross the finish line. I didn't want to be near you.
Wow.
I didn't want to be near you. So a lot of it was goal time, but it was like, don't overwork yourself. So you can at least hit a respectable time too.
Right. So I want to say like mile 3 start introducing heels, which I know you like. You was like assisting with Blue Bridge Tuesdays. You spoke to me a long time ago about how important heel work is to include in your workout, because that's where a lot of speed is. But we running up, I believe, I don't remember the street, but it's right before you get to Randolph, it starts like between Franklin and Wacker, it's a slow incline all the way up to what was that, Franklin we made that left on? How did you handle that first incline?
First incline, I expected it. Same thing, arm speed. That's always what our coach taught us, like move your arms.
Arm speed, what is that? What does that mean?
Just moving your arms. Your legs are gonna follow your arms. So just like,
is that beneficial on heels?
What?
How does that benefit you on heels?
Just keeping the same pace, like recognizing that you're gonna have to work a little harder. But moving your arms kind of just makes the pace a little bit more efficient. Like I said, the philosophy is that your legs will follow. So that's how I was doing.
That's real. Did you hit so you running on Franklin and you running south towards Harrison. There's like, you go under the viaduct, you go up under 290, and there's like there's like this dip, and then you come right back up. How was that? Did you feel like you broke stride in that, or you feel like it was a good power-ups place? Like how did that feel for you?
At that point, I was just thinking, don't go too fast on a downhill, because that was a little bit of a downhill. And I maintained enough speed, without just overdoing it. I didn't really experience any adversity until Mount Roosevelt. I thought the race was over. I thought the race would be over on that straightaway, and it's like, oh no, you got to turn up this hill. And yeah.
How was it after you got to the top and you had to run down here? Did you feel like have enough to like hit an extra gate?
I felt like I had enough to keep going, and I was in range of like the times I wanted to hit. So
yeah,
I was back on track by then. That's what I would say.
I love it.
And so you cross the finish line and you get settled in, put your jacket on, look at your watch, see where you're at, get your medal. How much time passes before you see Ian, you think? Just to rub that in a little bit.
It was a little bit of time. So official times against each other was about 6 minutes.
No, it was 5 minutes. Anyway, okay. 60 seconds. Okay.
That was a very long time for a race. But
yeah.
It is.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
we like a half a mile.
Mm-hmm.
I just basically had to where we at, Michigan and Randolph.
Michigan and
he came. I was looking for him. I was like, yo, I need to get here before him too. And he needs to think I've been here in the lounge here for a while.
Damn. Y'all really love each other.
I saw his ass, right? I looked at Ken, I was like, this nigga already got his coat on. Fuck, this nigga cold. This nigga done cooled down.
He cooled down all the way cooled off, waiting on you.
Yeah, I was hurt. I ain't gonna stunt. I was hurt when I came walked up on y'all and you was like already in your jacket. You was like chilling. I was like, oh, I lost by a lot, babe. She was like, yeah, you did. It was what it was. But we hung out there, for our cheer section, which was phenomenal. I want to say 7onSundays, like, our cheer section is crazy.
It was
the
great.
Southside running community, crazy. We had the Peace Runners out there. It was day cheer section. The Lululemon squad was out there. It was day cheer section. We had a bunch of runners from Gumbo Fit out there. It was, oh my God, the energy is just, I don't even know. It just always feels so good.
It was good to be on the other side of it for once. We cheered a lot at Chicago Marathon and a couple other races. I usually don't like an audience, but it felt good to get that energy reciprocated.
Start the season right. Now, are you going to be doing the half in June?
I don't know if I'm going to do Chicago half, but I definitely want to get a half in. The goal this year is a half marathon and a full marathon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any specific races?
Yeah.
Yes. I want to do the Toronto Marathon. I got a lot of family there from this Escape to Chicago project.
Right.
Bridge the Gap 10-year anniversary is happening there. So I couldn't pass up an opportunity to be a part of that. So that's like the big goal.
Yeah.
And back to some more of like those really underground, like ultra style runs. I want my 7onSundays partner to be my partner for this run called Bell to Bull, and it's from Philadelphia to New York. Part on foot, part on bike. Those things like really interest me, like crossing state lines and stuff now.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us about Escape to Chicago? Because that's really unique underground. I mean, I don't like, maybe you could just elaborate on what that is.
Yeah. So Escape to Chicago is an ultra relay. It's not really a race, but the experience was an effort to bring awareness to a lot of underserved individuals. It's basically a charity experience. Quentin Jacobs and Anoke and the team there basically created this, and it did a lot of fundraising for just like underserved youth and like sick kids in Toronto. But also as they went through the main cities, some of the charity went to them as well. Went to Gigi's Playhouse in Chicago, and it helped another community in Detroit as well. A lot of charities involved in it.
So how many miles all the way from Toronto to Chicago?
I believe it was 650.
Okay, and how many people on the team?
Crew was about 19, but it was about 12 runners.
Okay.
I would say.
So you had 7 crew members.
Yeah, about 7 crew members.
Yeah.
Like logistics, film.
Mm-hmm.
We had someone, I think she took a leg as well, but she was like massage therapy. She works for like Myo Detox there. Yeah. Momo was amazing. I experienced a lot of things soreness that I didn't think I would, but she got us right.
And because this is it a newer race? Like how many people, different teams participated?
It was just one team. It was really just one team.
It was just you all, right?
Yeah, it was just us like taking on the feet.
And I know, who's the guy that started? You said his name earlier. Quentin, yes. I listened to a podcast that he was on. He was talking about how they figured out the logistics of like some of the crew had to fly to Detroit and meet you all just for like logistics.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot. Yeah.
My bad. I'll let you. My bad.
No, go ahead. I just from listening to Quentin talk about the race, it was really interesting to just hear about, them being Canadian, and then there's the American runners, and then it was easier for some to cross the border and not so easy for others. And so just kind of figuring it out and making it work, I think was really, really cool. And I wonder I want to hear more, but I also want to know, is this going to happen again? Are there other teams that are going to be invited, or is it going to just remain the crew? Or is it just a one-time thing? So
yeah, it was a lot of pivoting throughout the whole entire thing. And honestly, I was just a body doing whatever I was told. Quentin and Anoke are always working. I will say some things are kind of quiet and under the wraps.
Yeah.
They just started keying me in on some plans, but it's never the same, I think. They're always looking for something else. The Escape to Shy was kind of second. The first experience was to New York for the New York Marathon. So they've done this before.
Okay.
This kind of was just it just gets bigger and bigger.
Got it.
Yeah, I heard you, August came in, but I heard you mention Bell the Bull. That's crazy. I actually Googled it to see what it was. Break down Bell the Bull for us real quick.
So Bell the Bull is about 90 miles between Liberty Bell, and I think it's that bull in the financial district of New York.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration run between some group called Start Running and Bridge Runners. That's another Bridge the Gap crew.
Okay.
And like I said, after Escape, those things just interest me. But they at least, it's a 2-person team. They at least let you take a bike for it. It's about 45 miles a piece between you and your partner. So it's basically you do 23 and a half on foot and then on a bike, and your partner does the same, or however. I'm pretty sure they let you split it up however you want, but you still got to get 45 miles in somehow.
And y'all got to be moving at the same time.
Oh, it's a duo race, a partner race.
Yeah, one person is running, one person is on the bike. And they got checkpoints every 10 miles.
Oh, so you don't have to be running and biking at the same time?
No, you do.
You said one
person
is running, the other person bikes.
Has to?
I thought it was more of a handoff situation. But
it's not, bro.
I don't know the
logistics. I just know I got the whole info right here.
Yeah, no, I looked it up. So it's a bike and a run. Both participants have to be moving at the same time, but you get to switch off. You get to decide when you switch off, how long one person runs, how long one person rides the bike. And then they have checkpoints every 10 miles that you have to reach, because you have to hit every checkpoint to make sure that that's the only way to prove that you finish the actual race. Now, whatever route you take to get to those checkpoints every 10 miles. But every 10 miles, they have that checkpoint, and both people are moving simultaneously. We take our breaks when we want to take them. We do however we want to do it, but
you're moving at the same time.
Both people have to move. Yeah.
It looks like there's a solo option as well, and it's on December 11th.
Yeah. So the East Coast in the wintertime.
Fuck that. I mean, December is not so bad. Technically, that part of December 11th is the end of fall. Fall doesn't start to the end of December, so it's not freezing yet. It's that balmy, almost freezing weather. It's kind of up in the air. It could snow, it could rain.
It could do it all.
Could do anything.
It could do it all. Sam trying to be one of the amazing race contestants and shit. He's trying to run through states.
Who are you trying to have as your partner? Did you say?
I want you to be my partner.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant in the beginning, but I just had to ask to make sure, So have you signed up? Is this? I mean, it sounds like you're just now figuring this out, Ian.
No, we talked about it, like a week ago. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then I Googled it after I said, yeah. And I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. No, and obviously, he didn't Google it before he asked me.
I saw it last year. This is the second one. And I just saw 90 miles and 2 people. At this point, if I see somebody else has done it, I was like, why not?
Yeah, I think between the two of us, it's very capable. Like, we can knock it out. I did not get into the New York Marathon, so I'm just gonna run like maybe like 2 or 3 halves this year, just to stay training and stay in shape. To be able to, I'm just gonna make this race right here that we're talking about right now my main goal and my main focus for the year. I do want to run like a 1:30 marathon this year, but I don't know. We'll see.
You mean a 2:30 marathon?
No, half. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I mean, even 2:30 is really fast, but I was just trying to.
Nah, 2:30 crazy. Ain't no one what I better show my face at 7onSundays after Shamrock Shuffle talking about, yeah, I'm gonna do a 2:30 marathon this year. No, not at all. Rosalie would eat my ass up in the chat.
Yo, I saw Rosalie last Saturday running the Lakeshore 50-50. I'm like, didn't she just run?
You saw her winning
a 50K?
She was the #1 female.
She was just like, hey, and I don't know how many people were running it, but there was people that were walking. There was people, and I'm like, you're walking a 50K? That's 31 miles. That's like all day. That's an 8-hour walk. Like it's a long day.
She do it every year. I want to do it one year, but that's just like a lot of miles on concrete.
It is, yeah.
That's just great. And
she doesn't seem to be bothered though.
I just want to also throw in the fact that this is where she's tapering from for Boston. She is doing Boston in a couple of weeks. And she's like, y'all doing a 20 miler? I'm doing 31.
Yes.
Shouts out to Rosalie.
This is part of her training program for her Boston.
So honestly, like, being around all these amazing people just make me think I can do a little bit more.
Of course.
That's kind of the mindset. I have no plans of doing a 50K. But
you say this
you can
now.
Do 30. I'm never.
Man's gonna run 45 miles.
You're gonna do more. You're gonna do a 50K. You almost are doing a 50 miler.
It's different. And then, like I said, part of it's on the bike. Part of it's on the bike. You get breaks.
No. The 45 miles is all on your feet. The other 45 miles
is on a bike. Because you got to move at the same time. You about to do more than a 50K. Have fun.
Yes, bro.
I get breaks. The same breaks you don't get.
On a bike.
Nah, niggas is napping. No,
right.
We don't have to pull off like 30 minutes. We have
you
to
get a day. You get a full day.
Cars, huh? That's what's gonna happen, straight up. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really nice. I'm trying to figure out a way for us to capture as much of it and share as much of it and stuff like that while we run it. But it's gonna be fun. It's like I'm really excited about it. This is the only way I would be doing another ultra.
Another ultra.
I know.
Look at that.
I'm gonna say that word all year until he just realizes it. He accepts it.
So, I mean, I feel like I'm glad, one, Ian, you've come on the podcast to set the record straight, let people know that, one, you have experience, and two, you're not playing. Because I see, since you're now allowing folks to see your Strava workouts, you feel like you're at a place where you want to let people into your process. How does that fold into 7onSundays? Like, what are some goals you guys have for this year?
Ooh. I'll be on here spilling all the tea and then I get in trouble later.
Honestly, it's just building on the things that we did last year. Building on the things we did last year, more events, And offering a little bit more programming. Nothing's set in stone since it's at the top of the year, but working on the group and the brand, but I think we all are also simultaneously working on our personal goals.
What is the ideal 7 on Sundays athlete?
I don't really feel like there is one.
Like, who do you guys, I'm saying, what's the vibe of 7 on Sundays if you had to describe it in a nutshell for anyone who wants to join?
Oh, listen, go ahead. Take it.
We kind of just took up this thing, no pace, just vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of like not seeing what I've like progressed to, kind of comes with 7 on Sundays, because I don't take those runs as a workout. It's like, it's an opportunity to just have conversation with other runners, no matter what level they're at. That's the play day. That's the time on feed day. Mm-hmm. And when I start conversation with some of those runners and find some likenesses, then we get up in the middle of the weekend, do workouts together as well. So I'll probably see some of those same people 3 times a week. But Sunday's a play day.
Yeah.
2000%. 7 on Sundays is like it's like a sub community and whatnot. Like it's our WhatsApp chat is very active. I think we got probably like 40 to 60 people. I don't know how many people we have in there, but we have like 20 to 25 like active people in the chat. Like people literally talking every single day to each other. Like you say, small groups, me end up doing track workouts, doing morning runs with each other, sharing goals, sharing, or just plainly just talking shit. Like sometimes the conversations don't even be about running; it'd be about anything else and stuff like that. But it's a beautiful, welcoming vibe. You know what I'm saying? And it's long for me. An ideal 7 on Sundays runner is the one who's ready to get up and run with us at 7 a.m. on Sundays. All that paid shit is whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I love it. I love the people who make that commitment, get up every Sunday. I mean, there's runners there that have been there more consistently than I have last year. So I'm very grateful for them and appreciate it. But it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. I don't think I would have dreamed of having a community like this. No idea it would become this.
It wasn't like what I envisioned necessarily, but I wouldn't trade it. The people that are there are like really big just influences in my life right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that core group really cares. Denise helped me move. Like those type of things happen. I believe Gabe helped you move a couch. Like
Gabe. Actually, Julius locked himself out earlier this week, and Denise, because I was like nowhere near the city and stuff like that. I was like dropping Garen off at the airport and whatnot. So I was like out in Arlington. And so I wasn't going to get to him for like 2.5 hours at the fastest, right? Because of traffic. And so I called around a couple people. The only person to pick up the phone was Denise. She picked it up. She's like, oh, say less. I'm going to go scoop him up right now. Held him down for me, dropped him back off when I got there. But it's like the fact that I could pick up the phone and I can trust, a runner with my child. It's like crazy. Like that's not just a runner. It's like my fan.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So we need to have you back on, Aaron, because I want to do a check-in and see how the season's been going for you since this is the beginning and all. And I definitely want to, this Bell to Bull race, and I'm going to need details on like the training, because the biking, I don't know if I've wait, Ian, you're on bikes all the time, but I don't think any of us have raced on a bike I think that part is a bit newer.
And you know what? I was like really curious too. I think like me and Aaron is gonna do like a 20 miler one day. I didn't run this past him. We're gonna do a 20 miler, 10 on feet, 10 on bike. Because also, like, I want to make sure, because this is his race. This is something he's really interested in doing, and I would love to do it because it sounds fun, and I would enjoy it with him. But also, like, there is, you know, it's a small height discrepancy between us. He like, you know, 6'1", I'm like 6 feet. So, but we gotta make sure that bike works for the both of us.
Aaron, are you 6'4"?
6'3"
Yeah, that's what I thought. Talking about 6'1". No, get it right.
But
I ain't 6 feet either, though. But I gotta make sure that because we gonna be on like, unless we just bring both our bikes on some attachment on a vehicle or something, we might have to share a bike.
Just move the seat up and down.
Yeah, so we gotta make sure we can a comfortable situation.
Yeah, get somebody like pull up with a Jeep and have each your bikes on the top or on the back, and switch them out.
Yeah,
as your crew person.
It's gonna be crazy. Niggas gonna have to like bring flats and shit.
Logistics.
We'll figure it out.
It's gonna be wild.
Honestly, Courtney, like I am proposing that you run this race as well. I want more people from Chicago. I want us to be deep. I want the Chicago community to be deep in another city. So,
are you a partner?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a partner. If Ian too short, you know, we both stallions. We can get on
Ian and I are the same size. Okay, so like, you know, the only difference is like, I guess weight at that point, but like, we're basically the same.
Thick as me, but
nah, you see, I'm thick too. I don't have the skinny runner legs either. Like, you know what I mean? It's big body runners all over here as well. You know what I mean? I'm like, don't come for me. I understand. Like, so, but you know, different sizes and all that. But yeah, like I am also very much interested in running races that are a little unorthodox, really challenging, pushing athletes to like just try something new, especially as like, I don't know, as like it feeds the runner and the adventurer in me to want to be a part of these races. Which is why I signed up for the 50K last year and intend on doing ultras, you know, in the future. Like I might not really race much this year, but 2023, I think will be my time where I really come back. And I've been spending all my time going to the gym and just really working on mechanics and taking it back to like level 1 so that I can work up from there and enjoy my running, much like you've been talking about, Aaron. I think that's just really been inspiring for me because very much like once I get to the place where I can run consistently again, it will be very much like nothing serious, but just maintaining a base and feeling out my form, feeling out my efficiency, and all of that. And then when I decide to get focused on something, it's going to be very serious for me because when I do train, I'm very much committed to that training and that goal. So yeah, I mean, it is, I'm saying no to races right now, but maybe next year. And if I feel good halfway through this year, maybe, you know, because my birthday is also in December. It's the 14th. And that's why, see, the 50K last year was December 8th. And so it was part of my whole birthday month situation because, you know, there's different things you can do within the month.
You can run in New York and then fly out of New York to somewhere nice and warm.
I know. See, look, this is sounding nicer and nicer. If you can find me a partner too, then I'm really down.
You want a blonde runner to show up the day of the race, not knowing who it is.
Right. Just set me up on a running date and we'll just run. Yeah. Yeah. I'm all here for it. I'm really like all about the adventure races. So I think the more, and to your point too, Aaron, like it's about the fun for us, but it's also about encouraging others to do it too, because the more niche you get with sport, the more white it becomes and very like very mono. And now we need to make it change up and do other things and show people that you can, run these races as well. There's a few that I'm really interested in that are like in the Rockies and all that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, the Speed Project, who was the black dude and woman who was
hosting?
Like kept popping up on the lot? Yeah, who
hosting? That's what I'm saying. Hosts.
They was cold as hell and funny as hell too.
Right.
Are they runners though? I feel like they got to be runners.
I don't know. That's the part that was a mystery to me. I
couldn't figure out how to follow them or find them.
I think the black girl, I've seen her in some KRC photos, Koreatown. If I remember correctly.
Interesting.
No idea who that guy is though, but very entertaining.
I'm pretty sure they introduced themselves at the first live, but I missed that one and I caught a few later on in the day.
It would make sense that they had like the woman be the runner and then like the guy, he's like, they have one just sole entertainer to keep people entertained.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, me and you, Ian, we got both. Whenever they need new, like next year, like we're right here. Like, just tell us, give us the word.
Hey, listen, we declaring like Chicago will be at the Speed Project next year.
We got to. It was
for sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm getting excited. Let me calm down.
Yeah, it was super exciting seeing black faces hosting it. Like that's what made my eyes light up even more. I followed it even closer. That's just always what it's about for me.
Yeah.
And we're just all waiting patiently for the sign up to drop. I went on their IG and I'm like, they don't have a website. They don't have any more merch. They don't have a date for next year.
This the only reason we haven't done it is because I keep missing the sign up. I don't know where they be dropping the sign up. I was like, are y'all texting niggas? Like,
right. They must have a group text. They must have a WhatsApp.
I'm stalking them this time. And every person I saw in it, how did you get in?
Yeah.
Well, we should just ask Kayla.
I don't know if that one's fair because of the Lululemon thing, but
true.
Yeah.
We're going to ask somebody.
We're going to figure it out.
Somebody sign them up.
Shouts out to the word to Tim. He was getting it in.
Was he racing or supporting? I couldn't tell.
Nah, he was running.
Nah,
I didn't see him run.
He was crew this time. He ran last year. He was crew this time.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure he was just supporting people for Bandits.
I thought he was running.
Nah, he was support this year. Cam Casey was running. That's another guy crazy. I saw.
Going crazy.
Yeah. I sent a video to Courtney earlier. Alyssa Milano, she was running with the Ultra team. Shorty was wilding, like right as dude running up to do the handoff, bro. She just like squats, take a piss, take the handoff, and starts running.
She was not playing.
Bro. Just right there in front of God and everybody. I was like, Shorty's a badass. Like,
yeah.
No games are being played here. I got the chance to briefly run with her when I was down at TRE, and I watched her and Alexis Papas. Like, just, they saw somebody, they knew they was talking to me. We had a really good conversation. They started talking to each other. And then I saw them see somebody in front of them who had their headphones and was just cruising past us. And they had got like maybe a half a mile down. And then they just decided we was going to catch this person. And so they just switched his gears so fast. It was just like a light switch. Boom, they both take off. And they shoot up with, honestly, like there's no hill in Chicago that I could compare to the height and length of the hill that they just booked it up with no issue. And then I saw them, that's what we're going to get after that. It was like, yeah. He's a professional runner. Professional. Yeah.
These people eat that shit for breakfast. I'm trying to get to a place where hills are not a big deal for me.
Blue Bridge Tuesday.
Everyone pop up to Blue Bridge Tuesday, 7 on Sundays, 7 a.m. Oh, I thought last week I thought that promo was saying that it was back, or maybe I'm getting the timeline mixed up in my mind.
This is Tuesday, April 4th, so it'll probably be back before this airs.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
It'll be back April 5th on my birthday. We'll be running the bridges on my birthday.
Bridges.
It's going down. So
we got an Aries in the building.
You know what it is. It's the proper season. You feel me? So this is where the calendar should start anyway. I don't even know what the fuck is in January. But anyway,
What the fuck?
like, no, it's going down. It's every Tuesday at what, 6:15, right?
6:15 a.m.
6:15 a.m. That's the main group. I mean, you can always hit us up to join the WhatsApp group or pop in, follow us at 7onSundays on IG. DM us if you want to join the WhatsApp group. But the cool thing about it is it's like, it's a really good workout before your work day starts. I'm going to let Aaron break down the workout and stuff. Right? He runs the workouts for the Blue Bridge. I'll let him break down how that goes. But it's 6:15 a.m. So it takes about 30 minutes at like the slowest to really complete. And so it's a good way to start the day off before you have to go into work and everything. There's a few educators and teachers who meet up maybe like around 5:45 a.m. and stuff like that because they tend to have to be at work earlier. But the core group meets up at 6:15 a.m. at the Blue Bridge at the Williams Davis Park, which is the 41st Street Bridge.
So what are you going to do when the new Blue Bridge is built and there's two Blue Bridges?
Oh, we got something for it.
We already got it.
Loop them. I already know. Look,
we're gonna be at the ribbon ceremony.
And Aaron, I'll let you go, but I just want to say, these are the bridges that we are referring to, or referred to, I feel like, when Take the Bridge came to Chicago and they decided to run up hills, which again, that's their prerogative. They decide, that's their decision. But if they come back to Chicago, Ian has already told them what it is.
Oh yeah, we're in conversation. Yeah, everybody has plans for this bridge that hasn't even got here yet. A runner, Nick, he actually named the Scream Tunnel what it was too, and it just stuck. But we decided to call it the Bloop.
The Bloop.
Blue Loop. We got plans for it. I think 7onSundays is like synonymous for trying crazy things, for always like running all year, any condition. So, we're going to add that to the repertoire at some point.
Love it.
Yes. Break down the workouts. How the workouts go for the Blue Bridge real quick before we got out.
Cool. So, basically, Blue Bridge is like strength and conditioning. It's a pyramid style workout. You'll do a set of calisthenic reps, usually 3. Something involves like arms, legs, and core. And then you hit a lap across the bridge. Those reps descend. It basically starts from 10 and then goes down with the reps as you take a lap over the bridge. Very inclusive workout. It's contained. Everybody's right there. It's just a lot of fun.
It's runnable, it's walkable, it's doable. It's a great way to get into condition and get you prepared to start running with us on Sundays, if you're worried about that, 7 miles. And always, if you want to come out, it's because you fuck with the vibe, you like us, you think we cool from afar, but you scared of that 7 miles, don't worry about it. We got a 3-mile option, 3.5 mile option, and we gonna run it with you. The whole crew gonna run it with you. So you're fine. Come out. Come with us. If you're interested in bringing it up to the point where you can make it to the 7 miles every week, we'll slowly creep up to that 7 for you. We'll help to get you there.
Right. Well, Aaron, thank you for coming to visit us. We'll have you back soon, I'm sure. This wraps up another episode of the Runners Club podcast. Please like and rate and suggest and post and tag us on Instagram, Runners Club Podcast. We love it when you tag us. We love the energy. We want to know you're listening. If you want to write in and tell us a story, a running story, thoughts while you're running, why you run, running things you want us to talk about,
who you was running from.
Right. Who you ran into. It's Runners Club Podcast 773@gmail.com.
Thanks for having me on.
All right. Peace.
Peace.